Yeah.
Okay, now from right to left, we've got the new president,
Richard Walters.
Mr. Richard Walters,
And Catesby Jones, chairman of the board.
chairman of the board. Now, you started, Mr. Jones, you were one of the original charter members of the bank?
Richard and I both were.
Oh, you both were?
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Richard
Oh.
was our chief financial officer when we started the bank back 10 years ago, and I was chairman of the board at that time also. And since that time, I've evolved into my same title of chairman, and Richard is now president and CEO of our bank.
And so that sounds like progress.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually, I'm just very proud to be an integral part from the very beginning of when we founded the place. I mean, I had to wear a lot of hats and get the place up and running, but now, you know, I've progressed into the president and CEO role and get to see other employees flourish in those roles that I used to hold.
How's the bank doing? Where is it at? Assets-wise, are you pleased at where you are after 10 years?
Yeah, we were right at where we thought we would be in about 10 years. We thought we would be about a $100 million total assets bank. And, you know, we have a loan production office currently in Troy, Alabama, and we filed for a branch application with the state of Alabama and the FDIC and received approval on that within the last couple of weeks. So we'll be putting up some brick and mortar in Troy within about the next maybe 90 days or so. And then we have opened up within the last 90 days a loan production office in Orange Beach, Alabama at the wharf, and plan to file a branch application for Gulf Shores within the next 90 to 120 days.
So does that make 4 branches then total? Because you've got a downtown branch also.
That's right.
So that
Well,
makes-
that's right. You know, we can't consider loan production offices branches at the moment, but our plans are to turn those loan production offices into branches.
So this is loan production or low production?
Loan
Loan. Oh, so you're
production.
going to go out, so you're trying to generate business from those areas.
That's right.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And whose concept was this originally? How did this even start?
Well, I guess this started back in 2006 when we had several guys got together. We were at different other financial institutions around, and those institutions were getting a little bit too big for us, and we decided to try to start a new bank that could be more of a hometown local bank that could give good customer service and local decision making, and I think it's all worked out well. We still continue to have customers that become disenchanted with the bank that they're with, and fortunately they'll come to First Cahawba and see what banking the way it should be really means.
You offer free internet. You have a lot of free services that other banks don't do. Do you think that helps?
I think it does. I think it's a big help to customers. You know, when you do business with a bank that's what we call the big box banks, they've got a model that they have to live by, and usually that's to charge the customer for the products and services. But there's a lot of things at First Cahawba Bank that we don't charge for, that we feel like it's just value added services for that customer to do business with us.
But now you still have to follow the rules and regulations of the FDIC and I guess banking
That's right.
regulations. But do you have more flexibility than a larger bank, some of the large banks have?
Well, I think we have an advantage over some of the larger banks. With us being a hometown bank, we can move a lot quicker than they can. It's like, you know, they're a big battleship. You know how it takes a long time for a battleship to turn. We can usually, you know, change our products and services a lot quicker than they can. So I think we've got a lot of advantages in those areas. Now, we still have to live up to the letter of the law when it comes to regulations, like any other bank would be. But there's definitely advantages in being a small bank.
And finally, what are your goals now? What's the next 10 years? What's the big picture for First Cahawba?
Well, our goal is to double the assets of the bank within the next 5 years. We feel like we can do that by branching out into Troy, branching out into Baldwin County, and increasing our market share here in Selma, Alabama. So in 10 years' time, our plans are to be a $250, $300 million community bank with a strong footprint in the state of Alabama. Hometowns right here in Selma, Alabama.
You still want to stay hometown. You still want to be.
That's right.
You don't want to go national necessarily.
No. No,
Yeah,
that's not our
your niche is
plans.
hometown.
That's right. That's not our plans to go gangster. We're gonna
And when we understand that, you know, we will always remain hometown for Selma. But when we get out into these other markets, we're not going to be hometown, but we're going to be as community oriented and as community minded as we possibly can. We still look to give that same customer service. We look to give that same local decision making, and so that's where we want to be.
Anything else you'd like to say to our audience that you'd like for them to know or about the anniversary?
Well, I'd just like to go back to what you were talking about, our products and services. I think one thing that's very exciting is that within the next 30 to 90 days, we will have many of the same products that the big banks do have. Right now, we do have online banking with bill pay for personal and business, but we also, within 90 days, will have remote deposit capture, we'll have person-to-person, we'll have mobile banking where you can take a picture of your check and have it deposited. So we'll be right up there with all the other guys and be able to offer those services, and we're just proud that we're able to do that.
And I'd just like to let all the listeners know that we greatly appreciate their support of First Cahawba Bank. It's one thing to try to start up a bank in a small community in a time where banking was tough, but it's another thing to see an outpouring of all of the community that said that they wanted to have community banking in a different relationship in Selma, Alabama, and they have been just enormously supportive of the bank.
No question, we wouldn't be where we are without our customers.